Hey friends, today I used some of my many airline miles to redeem for a free trip to Paris, France, and it'll be business class. And as part of my international business class trip, I get to enjoy the Admirals Club flagship lounge first here in Dallas before my trip. Look at me, I'm in the flagship and I'm getting a hide sick. How amazing is this? I'm so lucky. Thank you so much. Yes. This lounge was enormous and just beautiful. And everywhere you went, there was always plenty of hide-sick champagne. This is something called Texas Ganache, sometimes referred to as gnocchi, kind of dumplings. Very, very good. And here's some smoked asparagus. Gotta get them greens. Very good as well. Barbecue spiced salmon. Yum. And you know I love my sweets. This is a mini eclair and some other delectable items. Kale and cranberry salad. Just so delicious. No need to pay for food today when you can get all this. All this food and drink free at the lounge, which is also free because it comes with the flight, which was also free because it came from those miles, from all the gift cards and all the work that I do. Wonderful. And for a dessert, I wandered over to the self-serve adult beverage section, which I always appreciate, and decided I wanted to make myself my own Aperol Spritz. Some ice cubes, club soda, and Aperol. A little champagne for my Aperol Spritz. No, we'll just toss it in here. Thank you so much. It's a height sick, too. Very nice. Thank you. And they poured some champagne into the Spritz to round it out, and then I had some churros and other mini eclairs, and I was just so happy and ready for my fabulous trip to begin. And I finally boarded the plane and went to my business class mini pod by the window. It was just so nice. And within a few minutes, the flight attendant brought champagne.
Champagne, water, orange juice.
Champagne, please. Thank you so much.
Champagne, water, orange juice. No? Okay.
And as I settled into my pod, I got to look at all of the free manatees, sometimes referred to as amenities, that came with it. There was a Bang & Olufsen headset and different incidentals. And for dining in the menu, all the meals just looked so amazing. And the breakfast and beverages also looked very good. Free snacks all day long. And before dinner, they served me an aperitif, which in this case was a Disaronno liqueur on the rocks. Just so smooth. And I like the little mini bottle as well. Dinner started with a shaved beef appetizer, at least I think that's what that was, and a nice salad and roll, and a nice red wine blend, and a nice chicken as the entree. So delicious. And the flight attendant let me order 2 desserts. So I started with the ice cream with strawberries and then moved on to a tartlet. Both very, very good. And it was finally bedtime in my little pod, and so I reclined the seat and it turned itself into a bed. And then I set up the fairy lights for a few minutes so that I could say my prayers. And then I got ready for a very good night's sleep. And then it was morning time, and they brought me breakfast, which was delightful. And soon the flight was landing in London, England, where I would have a layover before continuing my adventure to Paris. And once in London at the Heathrow Airport, I relaxed at the very luxurious British Airways Galleries Lounge before my flight to Paris. The flight to Paris was a much smaller plane, but it still had a sort of business class where the seat between 2 seats was sort of just a little table, so that made it nice. And for the short 50-minute flight, they served a salmon salad, which was very delicious.
We'll be landing in just about 20 minutes' time. Southerly breeze with a temperature of 14 degrees centigrade, fairly mild. Any changes, I'll keep you informed. Otherwise, we should be landing in around about 20 minutes' time.
We finally arrived in Paris, and so my fabulous luxury trip had ended. If you'd like to do this too, go to duck-deals.com.